everyone, it's Megan and today I'm here to be doing the Netflix book tag. This tag is an amazing tag and combines my two favourite things, Netflix and book tags. So I was tagged by Steph over by the Little Bookberry. I will leave her channel down below with her video. Do check that out because that video was fantastic. I will also leave the original creators video down below because at this minute of time I do not remember who created this tag because it's quite an old tag, so I don't remember it. Obviously this tag goes with some questions or some statements and I answer with books because what else are you going to do? Without further ado, I'm going to be getting on with the video. First question is recently watched, a book that I have recently finished reading. So for this one I have went with The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I've recently just finished this book and absolutely loved it. I have reviewed it and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Next one is Top Picks, a book/books that have been recommended to me based on what I previously read. For this one I went with Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This one was recommended to me through Goodreads because I don't know why it was recommended to me through Goodreads, but it was recommended to me through Goodreads. I think it's because I read her other series, the Mistborn Trilogy. I don't know, and plus I heard quite good things on BookTube about it and got recommended it through BookTube. So yeah, this is what I'm answering this question with. Next one is recently added, a book that I've recently bought. Oh my god, that's going to be quite a lot, but you know. For this one I went with a monster of a book and that is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J Maas. This book recently came out in September and it's one of my recent buys. I was looking forward to this book but really wasn't looking forward to it as well because it's from Cal's point of view. If you haven't read this book, which I haven't yet because it's just been recently put on my shelf, don't spoil me, please don't spoil me down below because I haven't picked this up and I don't know when I'm going to pick it up because I put it off because it's Cal and I can't stand Cal and I don't think anything's going to make me feel better about Cal, but I will pick it up some point. So recently added Tower of Dawn. Want to get it? Go buy it. The next one is popular on Netflix, a book/books that everyone knows about. Pick 2 books that I have read and pick 2 books I haven't actually read. This one I have picked the Mortal Instruments series. Say hello. I have picked obviously the first book of each series because there is no way I would be able to hold all of them books. I would be on the floor with all of them books. So I've picked Lady Midnight, The City of Bones and Clockwork Angel, and I have read all these, all amazing books, totally recommend them. The next one that I have read that everyone probably knows about, and again it's Harry Potter. Who hasn't heard of Harry Potter? So I read this book. People who I know, everyone has read this book currently, as I know, or are halfway through the series, or have read most of the books, or has just started the series, or has just watched the films, but most people have heard of Harry Potter. I haven't read, the first one being The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I have not read this book. I think I picked it up, like, ages ago. I can't remember when, but I picked it up just before the film came out and I read the first couple of chapters and I was like, these chapters finish halfway through the page, why? And I just couldn't get into the character, so I haven't picked this up yet. I'm not saying never, I'm not saying I'd never pick this up, I think I might, but it's just sit there now. It's just sitting there. I haven't read you, have I? It's been on there for God knows how, and I think 4 years. Look at even the pages are freaking discolored because I just haven't picked it up. Poor book, poor book. And then another ones that I haven't picked up is the Mistborn Trilogy. These are the first 2 books in the series. I have not picked either of these ones. I think that's a lie. I have picked up The Final Kingdom once. I think I read about 1/5 into this book and I was like, it's not really my cup of tea. I just couldn't get into it, and I think it's because I was on holiday when I did pick these up, and this is not really I wouldn't class this as my holiday route. I'm gonna take this on holiday again. Plus, my god, these 2 books killed my kilos. Like, honestly, I had 5 kilos. This took most of it. Ah. That was just horrible. That was a horrible day. Oh my god. The next question is comedies. Pick a funny book. This one I went with The Trials of Apollo. I had to pick both of them because they were both freaking hilarious. All both by Rick Riordan, I love these books. Anything by Rick Riordan is hilarious. I totally recommend you pick them up if you absolutely want to laugh yourself to death. These books make me laugh. In these books, you follow the god Apollo, and he has been recently kicked out of Olympus by Zeus. And he has to go through everyday life as a normal mundane with really bad acne. And it's just so funny how he goes around like the social norm and he's like, why? And I'm just like, yes, it's fantastic. And you gotta realize, if you've read Percy Jackson, you'll realize how snobbish Apollo is about his looks and about everything else. So it was just ironically funny. And I totally recommend these. If you haven't read these books, totally go read them. I recommend, because, oh, hello. But don't read them if you haven't read Percy Jackson or the Heroes Olympus, because spoils. Spoilers are there, people. I would just recommend doing that just in case people are like, I'm gonna go pick these up before Percy Jackson. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. 6 is dramas. Pick a character who is either a drama queen or a drama king. For this one, I went with the most flamboyant character I've actually ever found in fiction, and that is Magnus Bane from the Immortal Instrument series. I had to pick Magnus because, my god, who wouldn't have picked Magnus? He's so flamboyant, he is so out there, and I just love him. He's like, yep, you know what? There's a Shadowhunter. Let's just try and ease my way in, people. And I'm like, why do you have to be so freaking perfect at this moment? I love him as a character. He has to be cast as a drama king because he's just so flamboyant. He's out there. He makes everything sound so more dramatic than it is. And I think he brings a lot to, like, the drama of the stories. So, yes, Magnus Bane. And alright, Magnus. The next question is animated. Pick a book with cartoons on the cover. So I found this one quite hard because most covers don't really have cartoons in it, but I have picked 2 because I found both and I was like, yes, let's use 2. So for the first one, I have A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Caravero. I always fudge this name up, so, you know, it happens. This one, obviously, as you can see, it's got quite a cartoonish look to it, so I went with it. It really doesn't fit the criteria, I don't think, but you know what? I went with it. It happens. Then the next book that I have with cartoons on the front is Eliza and the Monsters by Francesca Zappia. Alright, this one I went with because of the little characters in the hats. This had to be picked because of this, because I couldn't think of any other ones. So yeah, if you haven't read this book, it's about a girl called Eliza who has anxiety. I have done a review. If you haven't checked out my review, leaving a link down below, go check it out, because it just saves me discussing the book again. So yeah. The next question is Watch It Again, a book/book series that I want to reread. So I think this one was like the most meanest question ever, because there's like so many. There's Harry Potter, The Immortal Instruments, Throne of Glass. But for this one, I have actually went with Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I absolutely adore this series. They're really nice and small. They're one of these book series that I can get into and laugh my face off and literally come out of the room with tear cracks going down my like my face because I've laughed that hard that it's just cracked me up and I died of laughter. I really want to reread these books and just feel like the development, because the characters develop a lot in this book and you see them go from like 12-year-olds to 18 or 16, I can't remember what age they finish at, and you're like, oh, it's like watching people grow. It's like, oh, it's so cute. It's like literally watching the Harry Potter movies and watching Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson and Rupert Grint grow up, and you're like, wow, this is like adorable. It's like really for childhood. So yeah, I would totally reread with these. Next one is documentaries, a non-fiction book that I would totally recommend to everyone. I actually don't read any non-fiction books. I haven't actually read any non-fiction books, so I'm not going to recommend anyone a non-fiction book because I don't think I'm the right person to do that. Honest to God, I'm not the right person to totally go, yes, I don't read any non-fiction books, but I totally recommend this. Okay, so I'm not going to do that for you people because you're probably going to go read it and you'll text me and be like, why did you recommend me this? Because it's the only thing I could think of, but I'm not going to do it, so oh well. Question is action and adventure. Pick an action-packed book. So this is a really hard question because I sat there and I looked and I was like, oh, this book. And I was like, no, that's not very action-packed. And then I thought, oh, that book. And again, that's not very action-packed. And I was like, oh, damn, I can't think of any action-packed books. So I went with the one that I really think kind of as action-packed the further you get on with the series. And for this one, I've went with my favourite book of 2017, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This book comes up a lot in my videos because it's that freaking amazing. It's like, I have to put it in here. This one, for obviously if you've watched my book discussion, you'll know kind of what this book's about. I will also leave that link down below if you do want to check that video out. This obviously is quite an action-packed book. Well, I think it's action-packed. It might not be to some people, but I think it is. So that's how we're getting this answer. Next question is new releases, which is like the best thing ever. A book that, or a book series, or a book that has recently come out that I am looking forward to reading soon. So I've come to the conclusion that there are quite a lot of books that I am actually looking forward to coming out in the coming months, in the coming years. You know, it's there, it's happening, they're coming. And I've actually come to the conclusion that I'm going for a month. So all these releases are technically coming out in October. I have The Silver Mask by Holly Black and Sandra Clare, because the ending of that last book was just like pure evil. And then the next one would be Warcross by Marie Lu, because I've heard amazing things. People have reviewed. It sounds amazing. I'm going to pick that up. And the next, The Dead by Rick Riordan. I wrote it down and I couldn't think of the freaking name of it. And I'm like, well, you know what? It happened. I can't wait for that book. It's the third in the Magnus Chase trilogy. I haven't read any of the Magnus Chase trilogy yet because I'm waiting for that third book, and then I'm just going to binge read like hell. I'm going to read these books like a marathon. So yes, can't wait for that. October 3rd. October 3rd. 2 more days. And it is here. Actually, wait, when this goes out, it will be 1 more day because it comes out this Tuesday. Shame. And finally, the last question at last. I know everyone's probably thinking that, freaking hell, 12 questions later, we're here. And that is to tag people. So I'm going to tag Deborah over at the Little White Bookshelf. I'm also going to tag Kayla over by the BookTube Turtle. And then I'm also going to really probably mess up her name, and I'm so sorry because, you know, just names are not my thing. And I'm going to also tag Shakira over at Shaki Shelves. I hope you all enjoy this tag because it's quite an awesome tag to do. It combines everything that everyone loves. You know, if you like books, you usually like TV series, so totally go and just enjoy it. If you want to check me out anywhere else, I am on Facebook, Goodreads, Twitter, and most social networks, because socialize, people. It's a hard thing to do, okay? If you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe to be part of my online bookish family, do so with the lovely subscribe button down below. It's here, it's waiting to be pressed. And then you'd get updates on every time I update a video, because, you know, who wouldn't want that? It's just, you know, yeah. I update every Mondays and Fridays. I will see you in my next video. So, bye!